10 things I am not buying this fall. This week is officially the very first week of fall, but before you get your credit card out, okay, a new season is not enough of a reason to go make irresponsible financial choices. Say it with me. Financially responsible fall. In this video, we're gonna build our defenses up to capitalism, to overconsumption, because hear me out, it sounds restrictive, but it's not. I want you to go on vacation. I want you to be able to buy a house one day, and we are not going to lose to a $24 lip product. I need you to get your head in the game, think straight, blinders on when you're at Target, and have a little bit of self-control. And I can already hear the comments complaining that life is short, that this feels restrictive, but let me throw it back on you. Why do you feel the need to accumulate so many things? That does not sound like living from abundance. That sounds like living from scarcity. But this is a reminder that saving money and keeping more money for the things that you want is also a form of treating yourself. Whether you buy that new lip product will not change your life in 20 years, but the consumption habits that you do develop from buying all those things probably will. Number one, and I'm starting off strong, PSLs. I've already had 2, and that's it. I am done. I am done having PSLs. And I say this from a very, very humble perspective. I have lost so much money to Starbucks, specifically in the year 2022. I was reloading that app like it was nobody's business. And I understand it's a nice way to inaugurate the leaves turning. Let's think about it. I'm bringing it back. $5 a day, or $5 even 3 times a week. That's $15. 15 times 4. That's $60 a month. $60 a month. Think about everything that you could do with $60. Is that your electric bill? Is that part of your car payment? Is that money you could save for somebody's gift for Christmas? Alternatively, I've been making PSLs at home. You can literally go buy pumpkin puree, pumpkin butter. It's like $3, and you can make unlimited PSLs for the rest of the season, and your future self will thank you. If you still want to enjoy it, an alternative is maybe setting a boundary. So you only have a drink when it's a social event, when you're out with a friend. Maybe you don't even have the Starbucks app. Maybe you completely delete it off your phone. The point of these loyalty programs, the point of all these drinks, these seasonal changes, are because these companies want you and your dollar to come back in. So it's not the end of the world if you're not accumulating points. You don't have to sign up for every loyalty app. You can enjoy yourself, but let's remember to have boundaries. Number 2, new candles. Honestly, I haven't really had a hard time with this one. Hack, just wait until the end of the year. Target, all these different stores, they're literally gonna go on like liquidation and like these crazy sales. I still have candles, fall candles, mind you, that I bought last year. The value that they provide is not worth how much they cost. How is Bath & Body Works still getting away charging $30 for a candle? Like, riddle me that. Number 3, I am not buying a new lip product. And this goes for all of new makeup. In the fall is specifically when I feel like beauty brands, they have new shades, they have Halloween things, dark lip, lighter blushes, and I can guarantee you that you can go in your closet or your makeup drawer or whatever, and you already have things from last year. You, the financially responsible queen who wants to be able to do fun things next summer, is gonna restrain yourself from that. For me specifically, I don't even like how a dark lip looks on me. Any lip product that I have gotten has been gifted, or I've been able to get it for free with like a reward. I have way too many lip liners, way too many products that I'm not trying to buy a new lip combo. I already like what I like, and when the time comes for me to change it, I'll change it. Number 4, new boots. I bought a pair of boots in the summer. I was really excited about them. Literally wore them once and I still have not worn them again. So that's just a reminder, I do not need new fall boots. Yes, I want a micro UGG. Yes, I want a low moto boot. Yes, I want some other knee-high situations, but I really don't need those. And honestly, where I live, I'm not gonna get much wear out of them anyway. Even thrifted shoes, I know that they're there, they're available, they're cute, they feel cheap and affordable, but let's just remember what we already have. Remember that fall is already a short season. Winter's gonna come anyway, and you're not gonna be able to wear all your cute shoes. Number 5, warm accessories, specifically accessories from Urban Outfitters. Urban Outfitters has this amazing talent of pushing out every single trend and every single possible accessory that you could ever think of. The store is so cute, everything is styled, and I have fallen victim. I have fallen victim to the Urban Outfitters quick acrylic accessories, and I am not doing it this year. I just got rid of a few accessories that I bought last season, and that's a testament to show that those are not sustainable pieces that I want to keep wearing, so I'm not going to fall victim to new pieces that I probably will get rid of this time next year anyway. I'm thinking like big scarves, balaclava, mittens, gloves, other beanies and things like that. Again, where I live is not a place place that is calling for that weather, nor do the styles stay around for very long. Especially when it gets to Urban Outfitters, you already know that ish is like mass produced. Everything at Urban Outfitters is not going to stand the test of time in terms of trend or quality. This year, I'm going to stick to the basics and the items that I already have. I actually already have plenty of those, right? Like, we already have things that keep us warm and are practical, and I would much rather put that money towards pieces that I know I'm going to wear. I want to spend it on brands that are sustainable. I really want to save up for an off-cut piece because those are all made in-house with sustainable fabric. Brands like that are the ones that I want to contribute towards and that I want to use to build my wardrobe. Again, on that theme, number 6, I'm not going to be buying new sweaters. 1, I'm not typically a person that wears sweaters just because I feel like they're not very flattering. But 2, I feel like there are so many other options of buying sweaters and buying them at fast fashion brands. They're cute, like I said, they pump them out really quick. They're very aesthetic, but I can think of all the sweaters I've bought, even ones at Brandy Melville, and those are no longer with me, proving that those are no longer my style and will not stand the test of time. If I were to buy a sweater, I would probably thrift it if I was like in dire, desperate need, which I don't see that coming. I think fall is an awesome time to experiment with kind of different styles that you want, but before you make the splurge, I think it's really important to assess what you do and what you don't wear. And you know yourself, you know what you like, you know what's flattering on your body, you know the material that you like, what makes you itchy. So before you go and you just buy something because it's on TikTok Shop or because it's trending or you saw it on Pinterest, you have to be mindful of the things that work for you. So in this case for me, it's sweaters. I know that that's something I don't like to wear. It's not something that I gravitate towards. So when I go to Urban Outfitters, when I go to the mall, I don't want to fall victim to these cheap alternatives, even if it's cute and it might suit me for this season. Not everyone has the budget to contribute towards larger name brands that are more sustainable, but my reminder to you is to reflect on your own closet and pieces and styles that you know you like to wear. Even if you go to places like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, they also have really cheap clothes, but it doesn't mean that you have to buy it. Remember, buying something cheap over and over again is no better than just buying one expensive piece. It's all the same concept, this idea of like adding to your wardrobe and moving things in and out. It feels good, it feels like you're saving money, or it feels like you're being economical, but in the end, if it's not you and it's not something that you don't like, you don't have to wear it. You don't have to invest in it just because that's what the season is calling for. You know what you like, and if you don't, do a little bit of a deep dive, try a few things on, take pictures, and see what is truly going to be your style over time. Yes, I like to experiment, yes, I like to have fun, but the basics I'm already pretty well aware of. Number 7 is the new iPhone. We all know there's going to be a new iPhone every year. I haven't looked into the new iPhone too much this year, but looks interesting from what I've seen. This is the iPhone 12. I've literally had her since maybe 2021, 2022. What I like to do instead of getting a new phone is that you can actually set up an appointment to switch the battery. It's still a bit pricey, but switching the battery has extended the life of my phone for 2 extra years. And in addition to the new iPhone, that goes for all new gadgets. I am a gadget girl. I'm currently looking into a new laptop, but I want to be mindful. I don't want to just hop on everything that is new. I also want a new pair of headphones for my running journey, but I'm going to take a pause, slow down, see if that's something I really need or something that I could really benefit from. If it's not something that I desperately need in the next week, then that means that's something that I can continue to hold off on. Number 8, and I will die on this hill, some of you may not agree with this, holiday decor. Now, I'm not a person that gets joy from holiday decor, so buying things at like Hobby Lobby, Home Goods, pumpkin themed things, even almost Christmas themed things. I like decorations that I can use all year round, and that's even if I buy a decoration. A lot of decorations and things that I've bought I now regret because I just did not put any thought into it. I bought it because it was cute at the time, or because it felt cheap, or because, I don't know, it just felt like this sense of ownership and owning something. There's a pretty common phenomenon that people buy a lot of inexpensive things during this market because it gives you a sense of ownership in a time where you cannot buy something large like a home, a car, or you have savings. A lot of people resort to smaller things that give people a sense of having something, that give people that sense of luxury. Now, don't get it twisted. I am all about celebrating the holidays and enjoying activities. I love a pumpkin patch. I love pumpkin carving. But things that are just gonna stay stagnant in my home next to the TV, collecting dust, creating an additional chore, I don't feel like that sparks joy for me, and I don't think it's worth the $5 to $20 that a lot of people choose to spend on that. Again, everyone has a different situation. Maybe you like to host, maybe those things do bring you joy. But personally for me, I get no joy out of owning more things that I have to clean and then eventually put away when the season is over in 2 months. Number 9, I will not be dyeing my hair this season, or honestly for the foreseeable future. Again, when the seasons turn, a lot of people feel compelled to like change their makeup, change their hair, change their style. And we have to remember that turns of the season, again, are a marketing tactic to get people to buy more things. Specifically with hair, I know that people like to change their hair when the season comes and have like a new era, a new arc. That's cool. For me, I do not like the idea of dyeing my hair just because I feel like, one, I have really dark hair, so it's hard to change the hair color. 2, I've gotten my hair to a point that it is very healthy and I don't want to touch it. And 3, did I already say it's a lot to maintain? It is a pretty penny to be able to change your hair color and all the maintenance that goes into it. Yes, get a haircut, that's important. Yes, buy products that are going to keep you clean and hygienic. But when it comes to dyeing my hair, like, I am totally cool. I feel like the hair color that everyone gets is the one that suits them, and if you want to change it, that's awesome. I just don't feel like it needs to happen every single season, you know what I mean? Hair grows so fast, and by the time you know it, you're already older and your hair's gonna turn gray anyway, so like, I'm cool with my hair color. Bruh. I like her and I will keep her for now. I also am just not someone that grew up with a lot of like hair influence around me. All I knew was that I brush it, I keep it straight, and I get a haircut. So that's kind of like what I take into every season. And lastly, number 10, I will not be buying any new perfume. Again, a lot of people like to transition into a fall scent. However, I like what I like. Like, I'm a simple girl. I have the Glossier perfume. I will wear that year round. That is exactly what I want to smell like every single day. One day I will change that scent. Maybe one day I'll branch into something new. I already don't like the vanilla scents, the fall scents. I'm not much of a cinnamon girl anyway, so I am content with all of the items that I already have. And the moral of this whole video is that I'm not going to be changing anything in my beauty routine just because the sun is setting later. A reminder that this is a list that you should be able to make for yourself. Look into your lifestyle, the things that are a part of your routine, the things that bring you joy. I would recommend sitting down, inputting everything that you have bought in the last 1 or 2 months, going over those purchases and seeing if those are things that you want to take into the next season or if those are things that you regret buying. It might seem a little anal, it might seem a little bit restrictive, but I feel like in today's economy, there is so much content coming at us every single day, influencing us to buy more things, spend more money, look into new items, get the dopamine of purchasing something new. And this is a reminder that the seasons happen every year. This is not a new occurrence. Every season is going to call for a new item or something that you want. But we have a whole long life ahead of us, way more opportunities in the future to do and get the things that we want. We don't have to buy it all now. Being able to say yes to yourself in every single area of your life is a luxury. It's not something that you have to do or that you get to do. If you have the budget to afford a variety of things, that's amazing. But for the rest of us that are trying to be mindful and also practice a life of intentional consumption, we are on the same team. Sometimes I feel like owning a lot of things and always thinking about what's next can be overwhelming. I have periods where I just feel stressed and distracted by honestly the amount of things that I have. It creates chores, more things to do, when really you would rather spend your time being with friends, being with family, going on vacations, seeing the world, making memories. It's not fun to be caught up in taking care of less important things that really are not going to make an impact on your life. So if you resonate with any aspect of this video and you want to share some things that you also won't be buying, or you have any feedback on the things that I'm not buying, please let me know in the comments below. Let's have a conversation and talk about this so that we can continue to help other people eradicate this behavior and these habits, and we can all be more mindful together. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and like this video so that I know, and I will see you next time. Bye!